Wanna see me finish a roller coaster I started all the way back in episode 21? Then this video is meant for you. This is Coaster Master, and I'll be seeing you on the other side. Hi friends, this is Coaster Master here. Welcome to part 24 of Building an Indoor Theme Park in the Arctic. This series, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it's been 24 episodes. And that's pretty awesome. Also, you might be wondering how I've come this far into making the roller coaster. And well, let's just say I did a couple of episodes as a live stream. So the last proper, Planet Coaster video that I did, that was not live stream. That was episode 21. And episode 22 and 23 were both live streams. And originally episode 24 was also supposed to be a live stream, but then I realized that it would be pretty much impossible to finish this coaster in just live streams, because that would take up to 8 live streams. And also, considering how much Planet Coaster lags during live streams, it could have taken 10. So yeah, I made the boldish decision to not have a live stream. Also, off camera, I added one hill and yeah, an overbank. That's really it. Anyways, back to this coaster. It's gonna be jam-packed with elements, and by elements I mean good elements, and by good elements I mean airtime hills. Cause let's face it, airtime hills are what make a ride good, Cause let's face it, what's the best coaster you've been on? It's most likely a roller coaster focused on airtime. And even if it is not a roller coaster focused on airtime, it may have that one great airtime moment that, makes it your number one roller coaster. Like, two of my top three roller coasters are airtime focused roller coasters. And those two roller coasters are Twisted Colossus. I know that's not how you pronounce it, but I don't care. Honestly, I'm Indian. Give me a break. Yeah, Twisted Colossus and Flying Aces. These are both airtime focused roller coasters. And the third coaster in my top 3 is X2, which is not airtime focused. But it's just because it has some pretty awesome elements. What I'm saying is that airtime is what defines a roller coaster. And what many consider the greatest coaster on earth, Steel Vengeance, is basically just airtime, 4 inversions, and a couple of bank turns. Over bank turns. That's really it. And for some reason everyone likes it, and I don't know, I guess I'll have to ride Steel Vengeance to find out, because honestly I can't make anything out of the reviews. They're just so different, and yet all of them say that Steel Vengeance has good airtime. So yeah, it doesn't seem like Steel Vengeance does anything well other than airtime, and I guess that's enough to qualify a coaster as legendary. Although I do disagree with that. Let's just say most coaster enthusiasts disagree with me on a lot of things. Like having Flying Aces as a top 5 coaster. Yeah. Anyways, I tried to, finish the roller coaster with the speed it had, but really it was crawling, and I did find a way to the end, the end of the track, but honestly, it was just going so slowly. I couldn't stand how slowly it was going. So, I decided to, have a second lift hill. And I know that's pretty much the dumbest decision that you can have while making a 700 plus foot Terra coaster. I don't know, I don't even know if a 700 foot coaster would be called a Terra coaster. I genuinely don't know. 600-foot coasters are Terra coasters. Don't know about 700, but yeah, 700-foot coaster, and it's massive. Oh, yeah. And on top of that, I added a second lift hill, which was a really dumb move. It was a horrible move, but honestly, I couldn't think of any other way of doing this. So yeah, I did the unthinkable, having a second lift hill on the largest coaster ever made. And yeah, let's just say it started off pretty terribly actually. I was thinking of making a curved drop, and yeah, I tried to do an S bend in the curved drop. Didn't exactly work out the way I wanted it to. Then I just had a normal curved drop, which is pretty awesome, but you know, it is 680 feet. I made it like 1 or 2 feet larger than the first drop, just so that the second drop wouldn't be smaller than the first one, because it's pretty, you know, it's not a good idea to have your second drop be smaller than the first one. It's just weird, and yeah, as horrible as an idea this was, I'm kind of thankful that I did it. So, after doing this, let's just say I gave birth to a new element. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for maybe 1 minute in this video to, you know, reveal what that element is. But let's just say it's a pretty weird sounding element, and by element I mean an element on a roller coaster. Okay, no other element. So the time starts now. 1 minute timer. Okay, so while this timer is going on, let's just talk about some other things I did, mainly the terrain work, and yeah, I am gonna be doing terrain work later in this episode. So yeah, just hold on. Give me a few minutes. I should be going to the terrain work, but honestly, I think coaster building is a whole lot more fun. And yeah, this whole coaster is just airtime hills over airtime hills. And yeah, later I did add a second inversion, just so that this coaster would not be a single inversion coaster. I just hate single inversion coasters. And sure, Flying Aces exists, but it's an exception. I mean, yeah, it's a little hard for me to say why I like Flying Aces despite that ridiculous inversion. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go on about Flying Aces if I wanted to, but at the same time, the 1 minute timer is up, and yeah, let's see what the element is called. It is the double treble clef. Hey, did you get it? The double treble clef. If you think you understood it, let me know in the comment section below, because yeah, it'll ruin everything if I say what it is right here on camera. It'll sound weird, but yeah, double treble clef. It's basically a treble clef tone with a second treble clef tone that's much larger than it, put right on top of it. And let's just say it took all the it took all the it took the majestic look away from the treble clef tone, and now it just looks hideous. And I love it. Oh god. But it is quite disgusting to look at. Well, I don't know what to say next. I did get stuck at, multiple places, but yeah, I do not want to talk about that right now. So, what else should I talk about? Oh, yes! I just forgot about this. So, there's a link in the description to a Google form, alright? It's a Google form that shows how much of a roller coaster enthusiast you really are. And yeah, if you're not that big of a roller coaster enthusiast, you get a low score. And if you are a hardcore enthusiast, then you get a high score. Although getting a very high score is quite difficult because I have purposefully made this test really, really tough. So, do you really think you're a true thuzi? Check out that test, and yeah, let me know how well you did in the comment section below. And yes, before my channel grows to say 100 plus subscribers, yeah, I'm going to reply to all of the entries for this test. And yeah, give me your entries right now. Links in the description. Don't miss out on it. And believe me, it is a pretty difficult test. Let's just say hardcore thuzies got lesser than 50%. Alright? Okay, I guess that should be enough to tell you how tough the test is. Yeah, India, everyone. Okay, back to roller coaster building, or more accurately, terrain editing, because that's what I'm doing right now. So I just thought, why not talk about it? Well, I spent a ridiculously long time doing this. I really don't know why I spent so much time, but ultimately it looked real nice. And yeah, I have my own diving coaster vanish effect right here, and it is gonna look pretty cool when I do all the theming next episode. And by theming, I mean I'm just gonna do a lot of terrain editing, and I'm gonna add a few special effects, but that's really it. Because, this is not the roller coaster that's about theming. Oh no, that's the roller coaster I started working on in episode 19. And oh yeah, I'm nearly done with it, just so you know. I just need to get a little bit more inspiration for that roller coaster. And yeah, I'll finish that roller coaster in episode 25. So yeah, you can expect episode 25 to be a very important and an intense episode for sure. I'm gonna do a lot of stuff over there. And oh yes, one more thing. If you have not already done so, please join my Discord server. I promise you, you're not gonna regret it. And believe me, I really need people to join my Discord server because there's actually really few people that have joined my Discord server. It's really not a lot, and yeah, there's really no reason not to join my Discord server. And yeah, I do think of my Discord server as a fun place for both coaster enthusiasts and Planet Coaster fans, because there is a gaming section for all you Planet Coaster people, and there is the rest of the server that's dedicated to all the thuzies. So, I mean, it's really all up to you for joining the community that I have created in the Discord server. But honestly, I'd really appreciate it if you do join. Anyways, back to this roller coaster. As you can see right here, I am making a turn, right, that goes into an airtime hill. And yeah, this is when I just told myself, okay, you know what, no third lift hill, I've run out of ideas, and there's really nothing more I can do with this legendary coaster. It's about time I give myself a break and finish this coaster. And yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I just added a whole bunch of airtime hills and then thought of adding a couple more, and I did. And then I added the brakes because really, there was really nothing else I could add in that space. Sure, I could have done a cool zero G roll, but again, it's a Terra Coaster, and I've already added too many inversions in this coaster. And yeah, just another thing, I did not what's that element called? Why am I forgetting that element's name? Yeah, okay, yeah, I don't have an outer bank airtime hill. And yeah, the reason behind that is, I'm saving it for some other coasters, and I have already used the Outer Bank Airtime Hill quite a few times in this park, so that's why I'm not really using it too much this time. Anyways, back to coaster building, or as I like to call it, the smooth all montage. No, the smooth all, thing, whatever you want to call it. It's up to you, but yeah, it's gonna take me forever to do the smooth all stuff. But hey, before I do that, I did do something not too interesting, but just something that I really wanted to do. I added blue color lights inside the tunnel, cause blue colored lights, they just always look nice, as shown by the river raft ride I made all the way back in episode 10? What? Okay. Wow. This series has been going on for a really, really long time, I guess. Anyways, back to smoothing, and yeah, believe it or not, it's actually real tough to smooth this stuff out. Cause, yeah, cause I'm not able to get that one function on where you can just clip through the terrain. I was just not able to get it on when I went to the settings. But yeah, anyways, I got the track smoothed out, and yeah, I rode it off camera and it looks, at least it felt quite smooth, at least with the frame rates I had to deal with, because although you really can't see it right now, the frame rates were quite bad while I was recording it. But I guess I've got to deal with what I have. And honestly, if any of you guys know how I can improve my frame rates, please let me know, because that's really a pretty important issue I have to fix in Planet Coaster, because it's really affecting my gameplay. Because every time I finish my 5-hour recordings, I always think of recording more, and honestly, I'm just never able to record enough for my videos. I mean, for this video, I was thinking of finishing the theming as well, but I was not able to do it because of the frame rates, especially while I was smoothing the coaster out. And yeah, so guys, anyone, if you know how to, you know, improve my frame rates, just let me know. And yes, finally, do not forget to go to that link I mentioned earlier, because yeah, you're gonna be surprised by the result you get. And yeah, I'm gonna give you personal feedback. Well, that's all I have for you today. This is Coaster Master signing out, and I'll see you next time on Building an Indoor Theme Park, Part 25.